What's up, people? What's up, babe?
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing, fiance?
No,
No,
going to bed.
going to bed.
Oh, hold on. I gotta do the echo
Turn the echo
cancellation
off.
Turn the echo
stuff.
off.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There we go. Should be good now.
Okay. I'm doing good, Mr. Fiance.
Hey,
Yeah.
show 'em that ring. Oh, you don't have
Oh,
it on.
I don't even have it on. It's getting sized.
I just wanted to show them that there was an emerald because I hate diamonds. I
I can get it.
was just very proud of it. They can go to our other video. It's fine. We don't.
Yeah, you did get me an emerald, which is, my birthstone and connection
Your
to the Ben Chase.
birthstone, right?
So I loved it. I loved it so much, but wasn't
Do we have a
expecting to
date?
go
Yes.
live.
First,
Huh?
yes, we have a date. Are we committing into it vocally, or should we not commit to it vocally?
Oh, our wedding date?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're pretty committed. Yeah, I'm sending save the dates, so we're committed.
All right. 7/23/22.
Yep.
So let's address Adam's comment because it's the perfect comment to start this off with.
Okay.
So Darren kind of trashed Ha 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 tonight as meaningful Cooper material as it pertains, I assume, to Forrest Fenn. To which I would say this is exactly what you get from the DB Cooper community. Now, Darren himself said, by the way, but let me say this off the bat. I loved Darren. What was your thoughts on this, Ashley?
Oh, I thought he was a fantastic guest. I really hope that he would like to come on our show because I would love to converse with him. I thought he was incredible.
It sounded like he might want to, but
no, I thought he was great.
Like that.
I liked him a lot.
K-Pro's just jumping in right away. Warriors, play the YouTube Lisa linked above. What did Lisa link above? Is it the one you showed me?
Let's see.
Okay, so I have some comments to make before we really get into it though. First off, Rod Addicts. This is a name that I was able to get 1 week ago, Monday, the 22nd of November, on the phone with one Diane Dalby. Diane Dalby is the woman who was sending out these letters with purchases of Ha Ha Ha, claiming that the chase and hunt was over. And so through talking with Diane, now she told me not to tell anybody. She didn't know who I was, Ashley. She had no clue. But, after a couple of phone conversations, she told me within minutes, but she told me the name Rod Addicts. Now, it's interesting because then we hear Rod Addicts' name tonight.
I mean, if there was a fly on the wall, both of us sitting on the bed watching Calazars, and that name came up, and I mean, we both were like, it was so loud in the house. I have a hard time remembering what happened after that.
It was a moment where we were. It was like, and it's not the same thing, but it was like if you're watching a TV show and in the TV show you just predicted a random phrase. You're like, they're gonna say funky butt loving, and then out of nowhere, funky butt loving is the comment, and you're like, come on, what's going on?
Yeah, completely.
Yes. Okay, so that is the YouTube link that K-Pro, I just watched that.
Yeah.
Let me pause that. Yeah, I just watched that, K-Pro. In fact, it actually made me think, okay, so I have some thoughts. I have looked into Rod Addicts. Obviously, I have Rod Addicts here up from the what I did was go ahead and purchase the Kindle version of the book that Darren brought up, which was Plague of Justice. And so obviously you just throw Addict. Now he said chapter 31, which mentions Ha Ha Ha. We'll get there. What tonight might end up being is a research session because I want to look into this. I will not claim that this is the first time I've seen this, or this is, the 10th time I've seen this book. This is the first time I have seen this text. Okay. We're going to go through it for the first time. However, I have been looking into this name for quite a bit, for 7 days, a long 7 days, mind you.
I know how freaking long it was because we were at your parents' house and your face was in your phone all fucking day for every damn day.
Guys, aside from okay. So obviously I asked Ashley to marry me on the 50th anniversary of the DB Cooper hijacking. So forever, for 11/24/21, 50 years after, I asked her to marry me and she said yes. And she knew, and now this was part of my planned speech that I had for Ashley when I got on one knee to ask her. It was going to be something to the effect of, on this day 50 years ago, DB Cooper stole $200,000, which was the equivalent of about $1.75 million. And he did it without anyone knowing. And tonight, I'd like to steal your heart. It was going to be something stupid and just not going to hit the mark I wanted to hit. But as soon as I asked her, it all went out my head. I don't even know what I said.
Thank goddess.
It was something like, I just want to spend the rest of my life with you. And that was
You love me so much. I'm the best. You love me and I'm the best. But anyway, I don't know what got us talking about
yeah,
that.
K-Pro, and K-Pro knows, I called her and I was like, okay, so I got a name from Diane. The name was Rod Addicts. And so K-Pro knows this. She hears this from Darren tonight with everybody. We're all going, oh shit. So Darren is obviously onto something. Obviously, he knows what he's talking about. This is what I said earlier in the chat. I was like, I love Darren. However, I do disagree with him and the rest of the DB Cooper community on the validity of ha ha ha. And there's a reason for it. My investigation into Rod Addicts, now I understand he was on a typewriter quite a bit while he was in jail, but he was not educated. He was not educated in the way of a writer would be educated. And I have some big discrepancies with the capabilities of a Rod Addicts versus the capabilities of a Forrest Fenn.
I will say that
But we can get
someone,
into that.
I think it was JK Pioneer that posted in the chat like some interview with him, and I think it was a 60 minutes one. Maybe that is the one that I watched. It was like it was 20 minutes long. I was trying to watch it. We had 20 minutes before the show, and then I watched, I think, half of it before I had to deal with kids. But
right,
did you see that, Ben? He didn't even interview like someone who is capable of writing such a book.
No, not at all. Not at all. Now, that doesn't make him incapable of
True.
writing ha ha ha. Okay, that's fair. Now, what I want to do is give the idea of a Rod Addicts a good investigation, and why not do it live where we don't know what the answers will be. But I do want whoever is with us on this journey to understand what has got us to this point without revealing a little too much about what Alan and I have pinpointed as a precise location. But I will say, I'll get into the details of ha 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 and why I think Rod Addicts, okay, there's a reason also Diane Dalby told me Rod Addicts. The way she described Rod Addicts, by the way, is exactly like what we're seeing with Rod Addicts. So for the record, I asked her to describe the man. I sent her a picture of Forrest Fenn in the 70s, and she said, yes, that's him. And then she said 5 minutes later, no, it's not. So I didn't share that. But then she shared with me the guy who gave her this book. Now, remember, she didn't meet the person as he was writing the book. She met a person who handed her this book and said, oh, hey, I wrote this. That's her story. And
okay, so
yeah.
Can I ask questions?
Yeah, please.
I was under the impression she was in a relationship with this Rod.
Well, that's how this begins. So she meets this guy at a bar, a restaurant, whatever. And as soon as they meet, he brings up the fact that he wrote this book to her. And he hands it to her and says, read it. It's going to be a bestseller. And she does and goes, oh, my God, this guy's a genius. He must be DB Cooper. And then she's unsure. And then they continue a 7-year relationship in which he promises her he'll one day share the answers. Now, maybe Darren has heard a different story, and then that's why I'd love to talk to Darren. Where in one day he will share the answers to the 7 clues with her one day, but he unfortunately passes away before that could happen. Now, that, of course, is longer than 7 years in terms of how long she said she had met him. We're talking decades, and he never once gave her the answer. But there's a lot of discrepancies in Diane's story. There's a lot of discrepancies in the entire story, the backstory of one Rod Addicts. Combined, there's a lot of problems. And Alan and I, again, we knew about this a week ago. And what we wanted to do was go, oh, shit, are we wrong? Let's dig into this. If we're wrong, we need to know it now.
Okay, so was Diane in a relationship with him after he was out of prison?
Okay, so this is where I'm unclear.
But now that we have this additional information from Darren, we can actually try to corroborate this story.
Right.
Let's do it.
This is where we can dig in. From what she told me was he went to jail. He was accused of murder He didn't do it, and he's a genius. He's a great writer. He should have been a writer. He was a best-selling author, and he never knew it. That's how she described this gap-toothed fat man as one Rod Addicks.
Okay. So I want to look into timeline. I want it because from what Darren said, if I remember correctly, he started the book prior to going to prison. Then he went to prison where he apparently admitted to murdering someone.
Okay,
even
so here's
though
my question right off the bat. If he's in prison, how does he print these books?
So he writes the other half of it. And then does he get out of prison and that's when he publishes? Or is it all from prison? This is what I need to know.
Again, allegedly, there were between 10 and 20,000 copies of this printed, not distributed, but printed. That would cost between, well, the price of the book is $3.95, which doesn't make sense. But even the foil printing on the cover, at the very least, in 1983, if we believe that, this book would have cost $2 a copy to print at the lowest magical number you could come up with that we could feasibly understand, maybe possibly $2, probably more, but $2, 10 to 20,000 copies. So we're talking to $20,000 to $40,000 to print this fucking book from prison.
Well, that's why I want to know if it was after prison and what was all that. I kind of missed it because I was so shook by what was happening. But the whole talk about the grammatical errors, and then he didn't want them to continue printing the book, and that's how he got out of it. Like it was, he didn't pay them. Or am I totally off on that? By the way, I'm hearing coyotes.
I heard that as well, and that was new. And this is where I don't even want to debate that until I get Darren on with us so that we can have an educated conversation on that. So I can hear from him because I believe he comes from a place of fact. So I want to hear from him those specific details because I believe we only heard that tonight from him. I believe, if I'm not.
That's the first I've heard of it, unless Alan has anything different.
I want to hear that I want to be able to follow up with some questions and get to the nitty gritty of it because I don't believe he's wrong. I believe we both heard, and he even alluded to the fact that we both heard from the same person. Yes, I think Darren and I both heard from Diane Dalby that Rod Addicks is the author of Ha 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 by D.B. Cooper. However, where Darren and I think disagree is he goes, okay, it must be Rod Addicks. And I go, Rod Addicks doesn't make sense. Forrest Fenn does. I don't want to just say Forrest Fenn is, but at the same time, you can't prove that Rod Addicks is. It's not congruent. We're still kind of at the same level. We don't know if it's Rod. We don't know if it's Forrest. I invite actually the debate, even though he's very confident, because I believe he's confident that Fenn isn't D.B. Cooper, and I believe that confidence can take him very far. If he understood the similarities between Ha 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 and The Thrill of the Chase, I think it would be much different. And it's not just, oh, I got lost in The Thrill of the Chase on a certain page, and it matches another page in another book. It goes beyond, oh, Sender solved a P.O. Box 687, and Forrest Fenn owned P.O. Box 687 at the most important spot in his Thrill of the Chase treasure book. It goes beyond the fact that he put that on page 328 when he lied to us, everyone out there, you, Ashley, you, K-Pro, you, Alan, you, Davio, you, Packer Jack, when he said 328 missions and it was 305. And it just so happened that D.B. Cooper hijacked flight 305. Now, again, I don't know what the true story is there, but again, Darren doesn't know those connections either. And by themselves, one by one, when you start adding them up, they have a lot of weight. And again, that was me riffing for 35 seconds. We have a lot more than that.
You talk for so long, you make me forget what I'm going to say.
I know, I forget it too. I'm sorry. But that's not going to stop us. I want to investigate this book. Now,
Okay.
what called the light at the end of the tunnel is apparently chapter 31, babe. Is it
Right.
not?
So we have to look at this because even Capro is saying it is apparently explained in this chapter. And also I know I want to bring up the fact that even Chad is saying this guy Rod wrote legal documents. And the video that I watched, he sued everyone and their brother from prison
Yes.
for fun.
I know. I saw that too.
I mean, maybe does that bring up his writing ability a little bit? I don't know.
Again, but the same argument people would give me, means and methods. The man's in prison or was out of prison or was right before prison and just had a frivolous $40,000 to spend printing this book. I don't think so.
Yeah, but I want to talk to Darren because I thought that it was something like he got out of paying for it somehow. Could be.
Then I would need proof on Signum. I would need proof on Signum Books Limited, which, by the way, means ringing the bell. And again, even if it's supposed to be a fraud and designed to look as a fraud, what Alan and I have found, which we're not sharing and we're not going to share, are other details that are a little regard darn ridiculous. And we're willing to go out public with our findings and our research after we go to our specific spot.
Mm-hmm.
If we go to our spot and there's nothing there, which we assume there won't be, then yeah, we'll show what got us there. We won't just show our solve. We'll show all the steps that got us to the solve. We'll show all the steps that got us to the exact 7 clues, which is described in Ha Ha Ha. Follow the 7 clues to the certificate title. We found 7 clues in here that were undeniable and consistent and showed intent and could only be seen if you saw the intent of the thrill of the chase. So it's either the worst case of confirmation bias in the history of the universe, and we're willing to accept that, and we will go public with what we thought we were right with, or we're right.
Okay.
And there's more to this.
Take the comment off the screen because it drives me bonkers.
Sorry, boo.
Also, is it possible that it actually was indeed a scam and that there wasn't a 200,000, there wasn't a prize?
Oh, we don't think there's actually $200,000 in the desert. We don't believe that.
Okay.
We believe the book is meant to look like a scam. This has been our theory for the last 2.5 months. We just haven't shared some of it. Undeniable, yes, Davio. What we believe we found. Oh shit! What was the question again?
I don't know. No. Could it be that this was a scam? That there wasn't anything out there? And it was
we believe it was intentionally made to look like a scam because it's part of a larger scam. Yes. Lucky Digger, yes, absolutely. We believe we believe we have found evidence to say that that's part of the original scam, and that's supposed to dissuade. And it's going to sound crazy, and that's fine. But we believe there's actually a stock certificate in what we will find. Stock certificate or the Forest Fence story, either both in a jar, one in a briefcase, one in a jar. We believe we will find something at the spot, and if we're wrong, we will show everything that brought us to that spot, and you guys can make fun of us, and that's fine. But we'll say, hey, we were wrong, and we'll move on.
It's a pretty creative story, though. The things that you. So if that were all, in fact, false, I don't know. I have a hard time with that. Just saying it was someone sitting in prison just making shit up. I mean, let me tell you right now, if it were you sitting in prison writing, because you're an incredible writer, making shit up, I would believe it. But I don't I don't know that I believe it.
I would wonder, there's specific details. And again, a lot of people who say ha 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 is wrong. And I don't know Darren's answer on this, so I won't speak for Darren is on the side of this comment I'm about to make. Most people who talk about ha 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 have never read ha ha ha.
So you're saying maybe Darren has ha ha ha, he hasn't even read it.
I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not asking. I'm not saying, oh God, he's never read Ha Ha Ha. That could be the only reason he's disagreeing with me. For all I know, he's read Ha 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 and he still disagrees with me. I will gladly have the debate with him because I believe I have something to learn from him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying. But he might have something to learn from me.
Well, and now that we have some extra information, that just means we have more to research and to figure out. I mean, I think that timelines are really convincing. And I want to, you can't, we won't be able to fabricate when this guy was in prison and when he got out. And I'm really curious to see if those dates line up and how they affect when the book was written, when the book was published. It's interesting.
I just want to go to chapter 30. Here we go.
Yeah. What does it say?
All right. Let's dig in. I've never read this. Let's do it. Ha 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 by D.B. Cooper. Holy shit. My arms, my hair is tingling, right? Oh my God. How did we not see this before? All the Google searches, all the Amazon searches. How did we not catch this? I must say, kudos. Anyway, no direct, immediate improvements to the state's judicial system or changes in the myriad lawsuits. What? In the myriad lawsuits occurred after the 60-minute segment was broadcast. A few of the local reporters I had worked with over the years called to say that they were disappointed that I hadn't let them know in advance about the 60-minute segment. As 1982 drew to a close, Columbia bookkeeping staff was getting ready for the 8th tax season since Dad died. Our operations were all in place, and although we were busy, the office staff had become pros, and the work proceeded without any major glitches. My goal for 1983 was to make sure all of our operations ran smoothly. We had spent a lot of money continuing education seminars, mostly organized by Judy Crusoe and Sherry Cronin, a former ADP manager who was in charge of the computer processing department. The seminar handouts included over 600 pages of tax updates and computer software instructions for the computer input sheets. I cannot tell you how priceless Sherry was in running the computers, software, and processing department. She worked tirelessly with me even on Sundays to get ready for the upcoming employee seminars. The only problem with Sherry was she smoked 3 packs of cigarettes per day. By then, Columbia Bookkeeping is not registering with me yet. Now, we know it's Signum Books Limited. So I don't know if Columbia Bookkeeping becomes something or if they're just saying this was Columbia Bookkeeping. But I just want to speak out loud for a second. What do you think before I continue?
I mean, they're completely different. And you're saying that, what? You think they're the same?
I'm not sure. I'm just asking.
I mean, you know how I feel about this, and it needs to be very evident for me to say yes. But is it a possibility? Okay. Sure. So continue.
So we'll continue. By then, Columbia Bookkeeping was totally computerized with a very efficient processing department. Judy and Bob Rounds from our Beaverton. Oh, shit. Hold on. See, there's already weird shit happening that's connecting with Alan, with what Alan. Oh, now I'm giving away shit. So I'm just going to continue. And several other employees worked with me to design additional tax forms that focused on specific transactions for individuals. By the time tax season began, we had created 30 different schedules that our tax preparers were required to complete and attach to each client return, depending on the specific complexities of their situation. By March 25, 1983, the United States Court in Portland charged Rod Addicks, Floyd Forsberg, and Dennis Lee Cartwright with 9 counts of a 13-count indictment involving schemes to get Addicks out of jail for perjury and for filing numerous frivolous lawsuits. Dennis Lee Cartwright was named in 1 conspiracy and 2 perjury cases relating to the frivolous lawsuits. Of course, all 3 men, Addicks, Forsberg, and Cartwright, pleaded innocent to perjury, even though they had already confessed that the lawsuit scam, including their prior testimonies, were based on lies to get addicts out of jail. Again, court time and taxpayer dollars were spent on these cases. An article about the indictment published in the Portland Oregonian contained a small item that caught my eye. Who's writing this?
That's a really good question.
Can you look that up while I'm doing
this?
Real quick?
Yes. I don't know.
Right here. What am I talking about? We only had one left. We limited me because this is serious business. So instead, I have to check text messages and phone calls because I don't do this while we're live. Babe, can you Google here's what I'd like you to find. Who wrote this, when they wrote it. I want copyright and publishing dates. Please and thank you.
Okie dokie. I don't know if I can do this on my phone at the same time, so I don't know what's going to happen here, but I already had the website open, the plagueofjustice.com. So we can go to about the author. Okay, Stan Terrell. Stan Terrell is a part-time business consultant living in Oregon. He manages his own properties in 3 Western states. He's a member of the board of directors for the Deschutes County United Way, founding stockholder, and on the board of directors for Willamette Valley Vineyards, a publicly held corporation. He was a delegate to the White House Conference on Small Business and All Positions. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to go to chat for this, and I hate that I can hear my voice freaking echoing upstairs. But I thought Terrell, when I watched that, was... I thought he was the son of someone that Ron Atkins murdered. Am I wrong on this? I thought that 2020, I watched, that's who they were interviewing, both of them. Okay, I'm going to chat to see if you guys are saying the same thing. Yeah, Davia, we're trying to figure out who is Terrell.
What was the last name?
That's the last name, babe. I think...
wasn't it the guy? Okay, Rod Addicts was accused of killing the dude's dad.
Yes, he's the son of the guy that Ron killed.
So the person writing this is the son of the person who was killed by Rod Addicts. He's a
victim, essentially.
So a victim is writing this about Rod Addicts, saying Rod Addicts did this.
Yes.
I think that's important. I don't know why it's important.
Now,
but I think it's important.
I will have to rewatch the 2020 or primetime or whatever. I thought it was stated by the interviewer to Ron. He said something like, "Why?" Or maybe he said it to Terrell. The statement was this: why would someone who was convicted of murder and pled guilty to this murder, why would they sue the son of the person they murdered? Because I think that's what he did. And so I don't know if that was just a statement thrown out there or if he actually did admit to this murder or what. I'll figure it out, but I'm just telling you what I remember from this interview. And yes, that's who's writing it. The son of the guy that was murdered.
Okay, I mean, listen, I'm not commenting on who Rod Addicts is. I'm not commenting on who the son of the victim is. But if the son of the victim is writing something about his father's murderer, I'm going to assume it's not going to be good. It could all be true, and I would believe why. But I would also go, who the fuck knows at this point? If someone killed my dad, I'd say, yeah, that fucker also killed Kennedy. Whatever it takes to get him in fucking jail. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's very strange that we're corroborating our evidence from a victim of the person we're accusing to be what? The author of one of the most intricate treasure hunting books of all time. Sorry, guys. Until you read it, I don't care what anyone says. Go read this book. This is not the work of a simpleton. It's just not.
Wait, who is Stan? K-Pro is saying Stan and Rod's wife. First of all, who are we saying by Rod's wife? Because you're talking about Diane Dalby, because I was under the impression they were not married.
Correct. Diane Dalby told me she was engaged with Rod Addicks for 7 years, but never got married. That's what I was told. Oh my God, the dogs are barking. I'm muting you. Sugar sees something. Maybe it's a coyote. Might be a coyote, guys. That's interesting. Sugar's on the prowl. I might have to get my my sniper rifle airsoft gun out. Fuck a coyote up. Not to hurt her, but just, you know, warning shot. I really want Darren on the show at some point. K-Pro was talking about her new schedules. She and I talked about this. You know, I agreed to it. I really like the new schedule format we got going. I really love Darren on my show so we could hash this out. You guys have to know something, though, if you don't know me. You really do. I live in California. I don't live by most people's rules. I smoke weed. It doesn't make me a moron.
Is someone calling you out again for this?
No, I'm just speaking, babe. I smoke cigarettes. To anybody who's new, I smoke cigarettes when I want to. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. If I'm not smoking, I'm taking a break. If I am smoking, I'm taking a break from quitting. You just don't know me. Just understand the words that I speak to this stupid little box in front of me. I'm being genuine. So I would love to talk to Darren. I would love to talk to anybody else involved with this shit that actually wants to have genuine talks. I wanted to have Fileaf on the show until I started to see images of him talking shit about me in public. Going, and I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of people talking shit about me. And then wanting to come on our talk show to talk while they talk shit about me on other platforms that I'm not even a part of. You guys know I don't fucking frequent Facebook. I have to get fucking text messages about this. So I'm just, We're going to stick to the platform that K-Pro is talking about because that's much better. That's what I want to roll with. Ashley, you agree?
Yeah, definitely. But I don't care. People talk shit about me all the time.
We're not talking shit about Forrest Fenn. Hell no. If Forrest Fenn was DB Cooper, that'd be the dopest shit of all time. The greatest outlaw ever. Because guess what? The guy broke laws. He never put anyone in danger, and he stole from Uncle Sam. That's perfect. And if you can't get around that, you weren't following the right Maverick. If he only wrote ha ha ha, that's awesome too. Because you know what? He wrote a treasure hunt before we even realized there was a treasure hunt, and these two things were connected the whole time. And that's all. He still didn't hijack a plane. Both options are fantastic with me. Neither are talking shit. Shiloh had a chance to end that, and he was, what did he do? He went, that's an interesting story.
You know, that's a whole other topic. I'm going to say two things. Number one,
it's relevant.
What?
It's relevant.
Well, it is relevant, but I'm going to get to it. Hang on. Before the coyotes interrupted me and the dog, K-Pro was saying that Terrell, the son of the victim, and Diane, the fiance, are both saying that it's a scam. They have both said it's a scam. Okay, that's number one. It is what it is. Take it for whatever it's worth. Number two, K-Pro asking Shiloh, and Shiloh just laughing and responding the way that he did. Why wouldn't he just answer? Like, why wouldn't he just put it to bed? I don't. That's the
if it's so insulting. And again, the premise of this conversation was we're going to end all the bullshit. If it's such an insulting thing to call him DB Cooper, why would he laugh and go, that's an interesting story? And they go, notice of all the 50 questions you asked me, that's the one I didn't answer.
Right?
I don't know what he's doing.
Right?
And guess what? He hasn't put out any kind of statement to contradict this. Nothing. He's had a chance to go, K-Pro's full of shit. Because guess what? He jumped in K-Pro's channel what, a year ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago? I don't even remember anymore.
No, I remember we were here because I was making dinner that night when that happened. You were
And he
upstairs
said,
and I was
and he said,
downstairs.
and he said, bullshit. There was no
Yeah.
intervention. He stepped in to say bullshit. He has not done that for this. Why?
So why? I mean, if it's not true and Darren's has the right information and this is just some scam, then why? Why lead everyone on? He knew what that would do. He knew what meeting with Capro and giving that information and that kind of answer would do. So then it makes me start to go like really cuckoo crazy conspiracy and think, is he just want to continue this? Does he just want to continue something else and everyone down another rabbit hole? Is that the deal?
Sure.
Oh, hi, Moth.
You need, again, I've said this before, the prestige. Okay? You need the prestige. You need the third act. Even if you're going to do this and hijack the DB Cooper story, and you weren't DB Cooper, you didn't write ha ha ha, okay. There still needs to be the end of the rainbow. Guys, I don't know if you're aware, but rainbows have two sides to them. Okay? Find the end of my rainbow. Now, in his treasure hunting book, he also said double omegas. There's a secret story in my treasure chest. There's two sides of this treasure hunt. The chest has been found. The finder has chosen not to tell us the story and not opened the olive jar. There is a second part to the story. And all signs point to the DB Cooper ha 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 caper. Again, as it's called in the book, the DB Cooper caper.
Thank you, JK.
I fell in love with the thrill of the chase. What did JK say? What did you say? Oh, God bless you. Oh, well. Probably because you have to deal with me.
No, because I sneezed. You weren't even paying attention because you were ranting.
Well, when I rant, I rant.
Oh, I know. Well, or it's just not related at all.
Again, when we discuss what brought us,
would you cry a tear,
babe? Are you either a really good actor or are you forgetting what Alan and I have told you about our secret solve location?
Listen, this is my job to be devil's advocate. This is what you hired me for.
Hired you? Babe, you're not making people happy with this. By the way, Josh Jordan, go fuck yourself, bro.
Oh, yeah. Josh Jordan, choke on a bag of dicks, man.
We don't care about shit for shit. But Josh, seriously, you keep emailing me talking about how you want to sue me, and I'm on what is it? I think heroin. And you've brought up new names now, bro. Move on, dude. Like seriously. I promised I would not do that, but I did it anyway.
No, it's okay. I'm here for it. I got your back, boo. No one has. Here's the funny thing about all of this is they all like come attack you. And they're all like, oh, Ben, having no idea who you're with. No idea. It's hilarious to me.
They have no idea the end game we have, but again, that's fine.
Okay. So, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Give it to me.
I mean, it could be. Could it just be now? I don't even know how much I want to say, but could it just be a conspiracy? Could it just be a scam? I guess. All of the things that you found coincidences, though, I don't know. There's something going on. There's something there, and we're going to figure it out. And you know what? Who's to say? Listen, I'm new to this chase, but how many times have you guys come up with things and then said, no, that's not right, and then gone back to them and they were actually correct?
I want to jump in right the fuck now because FBI files do not corroborate this. And
tell me what it says and what you have.
I challenge anyone, Darren yourself included, to find me an FBI file that corroborates this. In early 1983, a detective brought in a book called Ha 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 by D.B. Cooper and said he believed Rod Addix wrote it. That right there alone would have been in one of the thousands of the FBI files that we have all scanned through throughout our hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of life.
Does he have any like don't you have to like put your sources in books like this?
Oh, good luck. Not a chance is that sourced.
So he's just saying
a source. There's nothing.
So he's just saying that he has somehow, because why? Why does this guy have access to FBI files? Why? How would he know this?
He's not even saying he has access to FBI files. He's just saying some detective brought in a book called Ha 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 and said,
but how does he know? Do you know what detectives bring in the fucking Orange County Police Department? I don't.
Now, here's my question back, though, for you know, devil's advocate. Why on earth would this book be even brought up? That's just as confusing.
What is this book about? Is this a dumb question?
First, hold on. Why accuse him of writing Ha 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 by D.B. Cooper unless you want to frame him for being D.B. Cooper? What is the book about?
Yeah, this particular book. What is this book about?
Ha 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 or this book?
You ding ding. This Plague of Justice.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm scanning it live with you guys. I don't know.
I'm asking questions.
Apparently it's a lot about Rod Addicts.
It sounds like someone has a axe to grind.
It does sound like that. So okay. Well, they bring him Cigna books. The Portland Daily Journal of Commerce had been contracted. That sounds right. By Cigna Books of Oregon City to produce the book, a fictional first-hand account of the Boeing 727 hijacking and parachute jump that had taken place on November 24th, 1971. The detective's assumption was Addicts wrote the book. The detective's assumption that Addicts wrote the book did not surprise me, as we had found his 60-page manuscript about D.B. Cooper in the Columbia Bookkeeping Office in 1974. Okay, so that's their connection. So we need to make note of this, boo. Highlight. No, that's not enough. Highlight. Highlight, bitch.
There we go. Okay, good. If one more attempt failed, then I was not going to marry you.
However, this book was mostly a cops and robbers mystery that provided nasty characterizations and bad drawings of people, including someone who looked a lot like Blakey Yoselino. Blackie Yoselino.
Who's that?
Hold on.
Yoselino. Huh.
Wait.
Is that his other name?
Right. This is Rod Addicts. Yeah. Left image, Rod Addicts entering Judge Dale's courtroom. This is babyface professional looking. Right image, Rod Addicts.
When he left jail, I thought.
You're telling me this is D.B. Cooper, by the way, compared to the fucking sketches. If your argument was sketches, you can go fuck yourself. If you're telling me sketches, no. Hold on. I can go fuck myself because allegedly this guy didn't actually hijack. He just wrote the book.
Okay, so that's not the answer to the question. The question was, who is this other name, and why did it bring us right to a picture of
right?
Ron Atkins?
What was I even looking up? Blackie Yoselino, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'm freezing.
Here we go. Detective. Oh, wait. Detective Blackie Yoselino. Is this him right here? Late on Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, I met again with Detective Blackie Yoselino, but this time at my dad's office. What is this? The detectives. Okay, so one of these is Blackie Yoselino. He looks like a Yoselino, this Italian dude. After extensive investigations of suspects and witnesses, Detective Joe Woods left, and Detective Ron Englert right, Sheriff Lee Brown middle. So where's Detective Blackie Yoselino? He's not even in this photo.
Okay, what was the reference to the detective again? Why we clicked on his picture?
Yeah, what brought us to this? Oh, here we go. Wait, it was right here, right? Yeah, here we go. However, this book was mostly a cops and robbers mystery that provided nasty characterizations and bad drawings of people, including someone who looked a lot like Blackie Azzolino. Guys, I've looked through all the images here. Like, which one do you want? I have the book
And
here.
was this cop, this Blackie guy, was he researching DB? Were they like saying that was trying to make fun of him? Like, what even is the connection still? I don't understand. I also have the munchies.
I don't know. I have the munchies too. Can you bring me some munchies? What? Hold on. Blackie. Fucking criminy. I hate when there's trials. It's so annoying. Wait a second. Orlando Blackie, then a deputy sheriff who helped develop the murder case against. So, okay, there's a detective corroboration. No, of course, that doesn't bring us anywhere. Images. Why is this showing Thomas Odell? Is he like an author or something? Skippy worked for Boeing. Skippy was born in 1928. So we think. Yeah, Skippy worked for Boeing. I mean, I don't know how huge it is, but he definitely worked for Boeing. Who is this guy? So, of course it doesn't show up on that. Come on. Why does it even bring me to this then? So annoying. I hate Google sometimes. Let's get some tunes up in this shit, right? Who was I looking up?
Can't believe these warning signs my anxious heart has seen.
Portland.
Can't explain, but something's gone. I'm afraid of what it means. Your kiss once warmed my heart with fire, but now it seems so cold. Your tender eyes for me alone.
What are they talking about, Boo?
What?
Who
Tell
is
me.
this dude?
Tell me what's saying. What do you got?
I don't know who this Orlando dude is. I don't know. It's great. It's a weird rabbit hole. I guess we'll move on.
I don't know.
Let me get a better music sound.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now.
You hear it?
I heard that. It sounded like Elvis.
I'm gonna play our wedding song just for everybody.
It's so nauseating. Pass out the barf bags.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it while I'm searching up. It's not this one.
I was gonna
Here
say, jeez Louise.
I'm gonna mute you though. I'm gonna mute me too.
I've got dreams, dreams too. Many dreams, hard dreams and bad dreams to remember. Dreams, one day I want to be with you. But you were so far away. Oh, a airplane couldn't reach you. I dreamed that you got the message, but you still wouldn't come to see me. That's why I say I've got dreams, dreams to remember. Bad dreams, sweet dreams, bad dreams.
This is a different version, BT Dubs.
Is it?
Yeah, this is not the version. This is different.
Hold on. We gotta stop it all right now. What version do I need? Give me the right version. Boo.
I don't know. Do you want me to text it to you? It's just like Otis Redding. That is not the version that I listened to. And it's not the version that is in the leftovers either.
I gotta agree with you. It's not. I noticed a few moments where I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, you played the wrong song, babe.
Should we just watch the leftover scene? Fuck it, right? What we do on this channel, guys, we don't care about copyrights.
You know how many times I've watched that scene because it's like our scene? I freaking love it. We're so weird.
All right, babe.
Many dreams, hard dreams, bad dreams to remember.
This is because we're getting married, guys. Love it or leave it.
Dream, one day I want to be with you. But you were so far away. A airplane couldn't reach you. Dream that you got the message, but you still wouldn't come to see me. That's why I say I've got dreams, dreams to remember. Bad dreams, sweet dreams, bad dreams, sweet dreams. Dream one day we're walking down the street. Joe Blow come up to you.
It's a TV show, Davio. It's on HBO.
Dream that you just turned away. walked on
This is part of the last episode. It's not a spoiler though, so it's beautiful.
Dream.
But this is gonna be our song.
Many dreams, dreams to remember. Bad dreams, sweet dreams, hard dreams, lovely dreams. To remember. Sweet dreams, yeah, I've got to remember. Love dreams, all dreams, all along, I got to remember. I've been crying all night, deep in the morning, girl, yeah. Help me to remember. Sweet, sweet dreams, yeah, girl, I got to remember. Take me away, take me away, take me away. No, I don't wanna remember.
Oh, what a painful ending. What a painful ending. But it's mysterious too. What happens next? Oh, you'll never know. You'll never know unless you watch.
It's worth a watch. It's worth
It
the
is.
watch. I want to watch it again. I want to watch more Sliders.
We're gonna watch The Leftovers pilot tonight when you come back up here. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Derek wants to know when we're gonna watch Fast and the Furious 9.
Oh God, soon.
We got to do it this week, maybe.
Yeah.
This thing is hurting me.
The tag. You may cut the tag out. Okay.
Oh, it's scissors.
Here.
K-Pro, it's called The Leftovers. Here, we're gonna watch a trailer for The Leftovers, ladies and gentlemen.
Great idea. It's gonna get me excited.
And like, listen, love us or hate us, this is a great show.
Hold on. Press it in with the. Go. Okay, I'm gonna make some more.
Hold on, I gotta mute you, boo. There you go.
It's okay, baby. Can you make the formula? I'm gonna be home and Sam?
It's time again for the world to mourn the departed.
Disappearance of 2% of the world's population.
None of them are coming back.
Yeah, probably not.
So many of our loved ones were lost 3 years ago. We still wonder where they went and why.
Some bad shit's coming and there's no getting around it. Grace period's over.
Everybody else, we're alone now.
Time to go to work.
Suddenly I'm it's the start of the
Where did they come from? What do they want? You don't even know who they are.
The ones that witnessed it, who are actually there, they just go find it, man. Same thing's gonna happen to us. It's just taking longer.
Get out of that car right now! Stop that car! I saw what you did!
What do you want? Why the fuck are you following us everywhere?
They're gonna come, and when they do, somebody's gonna get hurt. All the people pretending like it never happened. They're asleep. They need to wake up now.
It's time. Everybody's ready to feel better.
Nobody's ready to feel better. Ready to fucking explode.
Where were you?
Parking lot.
We're still here.
We sure are.
Such a good show. Such a good show, boo.
Give me more Kevin Garvey and gray sweatpants.
Fuck that. Well, if you haven't seen it, you will love it. Have we said everything, Boo? What you want? Should we do more research? I'll do more.
I think we've said everything, and I think the research that we need to do now, we both need to get on there and research. You know, I have some things that I want to specifically research after watching some videos, and I know you have stuff you want to research. Maybe that's what we need to do. Tomorrow we have to. Tomorrow we have to.
What? Sorry.
Go ahead.
What do we have to do tomorrow? That's more important.
I said tomorrow we have to get you a haircut, and we have to take my engagement ring in to get sized properly. And that's it. And then we can research after we take the kids to school. I think that's a really good plan. And I'm bringing you this delicious snack.
I like delicious snacks.
You're not going to like it.
I want to look into chat a little bit, just real quick, just in case.
Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
No. We're good. It's fine. Ben, bring up that chapter. Which chapter?
31? Or did you say chapter?
I did. Yeah, I did. But it's new. I still want to get into it.
Go ahead. Let's see. What do you got?
I got nothing yet. We're still in it. This right here. MS, there's 3 seasons total. And the first season is very depressing. Hold on, let me be real here.
What are you doing?
The first season of The Leftovers is.
You want to take some? Oh yeah, go ahead.
How do I put? It's not tough to get through. It's meant to be depressing for a reason. Season 2 of The Leftovers is probably.
Jason, on the couch now. On the couch.
JJ, season. I'm gonna mute them. Just for her benefit. I got you. Season 2 of The Leftovers is probably the greatest written season of television ever created. Ever. Season 2 of The Leftovers will, like, if I have to go to a deserted island, I'm taking Lost Season 1, Leftovers Season 2, and the final season of Breaking Bad. Those are the 3 items I'm taking with me. What about you, babe?
Wait, what season of Lost did you say?
Season 1 of Lost. Now I will accept a trade from season 1 to season 6, only because it's the final season. So either I will take season 1 or season 6, the final season of Lost, with me, or I will take season 2 of The Leftovers, or I will take the final season of Breaking Bad. What do you take?
Ooh, that's really hard. I'm not prepared to answer this kind of question.
Okay, Succession. Let me say this. I have watched Succession. First season of Succession was interesting. Got me into the story. Season 2, I understood what I was watching. It was intriguing. I liked it. It was not worthy of any award, despite its winning. So I think it's one of the more overrated shows. The Leftovers is the most underrated show of all time. South Park, absolutely. South Park's a fantastic show. Oh, hello, Boo. Well, she has brought snacks.
I knew you were gonna like it.
It's the worst snack I've ever seen in my life.
It's so good for you, honey. You gotta be so hot on our wedding
carrots.
day. You gotta be so hot on our wedding day, babe. Look how hot you're gonna be.
I need to show how depressing this is. It's carrots and some cheese.
It's so good
for
you.
Why even give me the cheese?
I told you you weren't gonna like it.
Like, what's the point of the cheese?
It's good. It's yummy.
Can I have some? Do we have crackers in this house?
Crackers. There's no carbs.
I need crackers.
No carbs.
No carbs is a lie.
Crackers. I forgot crackers.
No, I know we have.
Crackers just add to your hips.
That's a bullshit. That's bullshit. Oh,
it's not bullshit. It's true. We can get healthy carbohydrates via the avocado I put on your turkey sandwich, or like the olive oil that I used to cook with. Those are healthy
if
fats.
You think to quit smoking, you're out of your fucking mind.
Well, then, you know what? Hey, listen, it's just sort of like when I was on diet pills in 2009. I didn't care if they were going to kill me. I just wanted to be thin.
I hate this. Is awful. Why did I?
You agreed to this. You said you were going to get ripped for our wedding, and you agreed to the Ashley Powered diet. I have the most fantastic body you've ever seen, so you should listen to me. And I eat. You can still eat, babe. You can eat. You just,
K-Pro says it was still delivered to me. I will say it was still delivered to me. But
I'm
here's
beautifully delivered.
I'm used to like delicious sandwiches with Doritos.
I made you a sandwich with Doritos this afternoon, you ding ding. You already had your chips. You're fine.
But that was my only other meal. This is my other meal. My dinner. This is my dinner. This is my dinner.
Okay, that's just, don't make me look bad. We had like late lunch.
I'm not making you look bad. I'm making you look like a fucking nutcase. That's different.
Well,
Trying to get me in shape.
I'm giving you foods that are 0 points on Weight Watchers. Aren't you so happy for that?
I hate this. Anyway, can we sum
keep
this up?
researching? Shut up. Eat your carrots.
Darren is wrong. I'm right. I'm kidding. I would love to have Darren on. Let's have a debate. It would be super fun. I think there's lots of holes in the Ron Addicks story, and I think the Ron Addicks story has a place in the Forrest Fenn story, and I think that's what's important. But you have to have a PhD level of research for Forrest Fenn. Now, I'm not making a comment at our normal viewers here. Our Forrest Fenn viewers all have PhD levels of research for Forrest Fenn. But a self-proclaimed Darren is a PhD level for DB Cooper. But he said it. He has 78 minutes of Forrest Fenn. That's not enough. There's a lot of the coincidences. I don't want to go list off the coincidences.
78 minutes, not enough. I do agree with that. Gosh, even I put up with more than that than 78 minutes.
And I doubt he's read every page of Ha Ha Ha, but maybe he can prove me wrong on that. But either way, I'd like to go back and forth with a lot of the things with him, but some of it I want to do off camera because I don't want to do as a gotcha interview or some kind of shit. I want to go counterpoint with him offline for a little bit so that we can reach a level of understanding on both sides to make sure there might be some stuff on DB Cooper I'm not aware of that he knows that he can level me up on. And I might not be ready for this debate without knowing that. So I'd like the opportunity to learn that from him, as I would give him the opportunity to learn some things from me as regards to the Forrest Fenn side of things. So I'm really interested in it. I am. But I think that's where I want to leave it off with that. There's a lot more left to this. It's not done just because, again, I was told Ron Addicks a week ago by Diane Dalby, who
right.
Sending the letter to Hooley and Alan and a bunch of other searchers who got Ha Ha Ha. Magically, searchers for the Forrest Fenn chase got this letter and no one else. And Diane Dalby is a mysterious figure. And I talked to her on the phone and got this name from her. And she said, don't tell anybody, even though she didn't know who I was.
Now, it seemed like she also told Darren not to tell anybody either. He seemed like, number one, he didn't want to give her name away. He maybe even didn't want to say it. Did you pick up on that or no?
What?
Did you pick up on that she had possibly told him not to say anything as well? That's why he was saying he hadn't said anything. Listen, shut up. If you're really good,
I don't know.
If you're really good, if you're a good boy, I'll bring you some double stuffed Oreos.
Oh shit.
So be good.
Oh, I want dinner. This is dinner. Okay, anyway. Davi B 0 to do with FF. Again, we're not sharing everything, man. We're still getting a DB Cooper person saying it has nothing to do with Forrest Fenn, where they're self-proclaimed to know nothing with Forrest Fenn. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. So you can still. There's nothing wrong with doubting, by the way.
I doubt. I highly doubt all the time.
For people to say 100% on anything regarding Forrest Fenn, I find foolish, and I don't listen to you.
Guys, I was half excited when Darren was like, this has nothing to do with anything, and it's this guy Ron, and it's nothing. And I was like, happy.
And that's
excited.
fine. And that's totally fine. But again, you can't say 100% one way or another. And when you
Absolutely.
when you talk to me in absolutes of 100%, I tune you out.
It's
really
kind
do.
of like the main, what is like the main marriage advice they give people, that you shouldn't say always and never.
Right. Well, for anything, never, always, or never. Guys, dads of the world, you want to give your kids one piece of advice for standardized testing? When they come across a true or false question, if the word always or the word never appears, just go with false. And they're right like 85% of the time. They don't even have to read the rest of the question. And again, a lot of these standardized tests are based on speed. It's not knowledge. It's how quick you can answer the questions. So if you can catch those key words in these true or false segments, you can cut down a lot of time. And then by the end of the test, you can fall asleep and take a nap.
You
like
stole my thunder. I was going to say, is that why you fell asleep during the SATs, you mother puss bucket?
I wanted to show off for a second. I'm sorry. You could have said it for me.
I was going to do it
better.
for you, and I was going to make you look so much better that way. But no,
I know.
you were not reading my psychic vibes that I was giving you.
Whatever. I know. I can't help it. Listen, I'm kind of liking these carrots and fake ranch.
Good, right?
You know, what up, Doc?
Are you so happy that we have sons that can take the garbage out now because you don't have to do it and we're not going to forget it tomorrow morning?
If I don't have to take the garbage out and I eat carrots with this and I can pretend I'm Bugs Bunny, I'm fine with it.
Do you hear him say you're welcome?
Thank you.
He said thank you. Yeah, that's a great gift. Because in our house, you guys, if you forget to take the garbage out, and we have like 3 huge garbage cans that are full every week. If you forget to take the garbage out, we are screwed.
Blah, blah, blah. Rod wrote ha, 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 or ha, ha. And Fen wasn't in Cooper. It's clear as day. Again, we just commented on this. I highlight your comment to say we don't ignore that. But you got nothing, dude. Clear as day, nothing. Clear as day is whatever your solve was, probably. I do look happy about my carrots. I'm actually okay with this. I think I can get on board with this train.
Do you?
I do.
Oh my gosh. I'm giving you salad
okay with
next.
It's crunchy. I like the crunch. Usually
See?
crackers fulfill the crunch need I have, but this is okay.
Baby, in 6 months, we're going to be having you eating a Mediterranean diet.
Do I get shawarma?
Yeah.
I want shawarma pita wraps.
Should I learn how to make shawarma? I should do that.
If I get shawarma pita wraps, I'm in.
I learned how to make a lot of Mediterranean things. Like I know how to make like an olive oil cake that tastes fucking amazing.
I could eat hummus. Okay.
Yeah.
You want a healthy? Okay, I could eat hummus all day long.
Mm-hmm. I should make some homemade hummus. Some hummus.
Baby.
Yeah.
Reruns of Dexter and some hummus. Come on.
Baby, want to know something? You want to know something?
Yeah.
Us watching Leftovers. Do you remember? If you recall, I used to eat weird things on the phone with you that you'd make fun of me for. Like when I would eat the jarred beets out of the jar from Trader Joe's and you were grossed out. But remember, my go-to snack while watching TV with you when we were long distance dating was carrots and hummus.
It was. And I actually did that in bed, in my bed.
With me.
With you, yeah.
Yeah. So let's try to figure out some Power Napple hummus. I'm gonna come up with my own recipe.
I'm in.
And then I'm gonna impress your parents.
On that note, everybody.
And
then everybody, let's calm it down.
Okay.
I'll bring it to a wrap up here in a minute here. We've gone places tonight.
Yeah, we have. Lots of places. I've got friends in lots of places. Low places.
So Alan sent me a video years ago, and here's why I say this, because Alan and I have not shared the plethora of stuff we've uncovered because of the specific route that Ha 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 took us. And we won't share it until we're ready to, because it's better and bigger than what either one of us found while we were searchers. I was a short-term searcher. He was a much longer-term searcher. He won 2 contests from Forrest Fenn, did Alan. I'm going to go to the video he sent me. And we're going to end it on this. But I have to make sure it's the right one first. So before I go anywhere, I'm going to mute myself. Ashley, you talk to the people, please, for a minute.
Let me unmute myself.
Interact with some chat. Maybe we missed some things.
Let me look at chat. Here we go. Why didn't we have Ben on your show with Darren? Guess he wasn't ready. No, he was fully ready. Ben is always ready. Ash Napple hummus.
Hey, what?
Going to
What was
be
I ready for?
being on the show with K-Pro tonight when Darren came on. Nicholas
wasn't
Broughton
invited.
says, huh?
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, he wasn't invited on. He's always ready.
Not as an insult. It was just, that was them. That was their show tonight. Like, who cares? Darren said he would love to talk with me. I'm very clear. I'm pretty sure we'll talk. We're good, guys.
Yeah, and it's not going to be Ashley Power or Ashley Napple hummus. It's going to be Power Napple hummus. That's way cooler. Hold on a sec. I got kid questions. Yeah.
All right, so I got it.
You got it. Okay, good.
Are we done? Final thoughts, Boo. Final thoughts before we get into this final scene. And for all the DB Cooper Fenn fans, because guess what, guys? We got more. We have more. Believe me.
Final thoughts are I'm looking forward to the more. I'm excited for it. I think you do have more. It's very interesting, especially to me, who is a skeptic. And also, I can't wait to marry you.
Why are you so sure we have more, Boo?
Huh?
Why are you so sure we have more?
Because I'm marrying you. I wouldn't marry a ding-ding. I mean, not again.
To all the DB Cooper fans, have faith. We have more.
I will be there to ask all of the questions.
Yep. We're recording when we go boots on the ground, and it's coming up very soon. We are all, oh my God, we are almost single digits. Oh, I'm excited.
I got questions from our special guest about when we're going to.
Oh, what?
Huh?
What?
Nothing. Our special guest that we're bringing with us had questions as to when we were going today.
Almost single digits. All right, here we go.
Okay, let's hear it. Mute me. I'm going to mute myself.
Hold on.
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?